Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Ed. Today we're going to be talking about SOS Cloud, going with the ticker SOS. Now I did talk about SOS before, but today we're bringing new pieces to due diligence, technical analysis, and what I think about this one. So without further ado, let's jump right into this one. So my previous video is in the description below, but SOS Limited, we did talk about it, and it has been a very quiet month for them in July and in August. The last piece of news we have was on June 21st, 2021, and before there was May 18th, 2021. So let's take a look into these two news. So the news here on the 21st of June was an agreement with Niagara Development and accelerate its blockchain operations into the United States. So under the agreement, Niagara Development will be responsible for providing up to 150 megawatts of electricity, including electricity generated from renewable resources, and construction of the digital supercomputing custody operations center. SOS will be responsible for management, operation, and financing the joint venture. SOS remains committed to its blockchain strategy and strive to become a more sustainable leader in the industry. Now, before then, we do have a quick highlight in this sentence. The 575 mining rigs or Ethereum rigs are expected to generate approximately 400 giga or GH per sand. The 5,464 rigs are expected to generate an aggregate of approximately 177 PHs per second for Bitcoin mining and 356 GH SFOR for mining Ethereum. So basically that gives you an idea about the amount of rigs that they do have. Now, a quick thing before moving forward, if you'd like to see more contents like this, make sure to click the subscribe button and leave notifications on. Don't forget to drop a like, and you can join our Discord in the description below, totally free. Now, in relations towards the Bitcoin minings and everything, a quick thing on Bitcoin this week, or at least from 5th of August, has jumped up around 11%. So it could be a reason why this one is actually as well moving up forward around 11% on today alone. Now keep in mind that SOS has been a little bit subject of high short volumes and mainly relating towards the Bitcoin mining ban in China that's been going around, and you get to see in multiple provinces or in China or counties, whatever, I think they're provinces, you're able to see that they are cracking down on Bitcoin mining. And a big part of their operations of SOS Limited goes back in China. So that's something to really think about. And for that reason, the short volumes have been very much closer to 55 to all the way as well to 59% on a day. Meanwhile, if you're able to see that the short float doesn't seem to be that much, but keep in mind that the short volume does give you a bit of an idea about the short float in general. And in terms of institutional buyers, there's a lot of activity going on. The majority of them are buying, some are disposing shares, but there's millions and millions of shares going on towards additions, and similar to them but a little bit less towards dispositions of shares. In terms of SEC filing, the last one was on the 26th of July. Before there was the 21st of June. So the 26th of July one was relating towards a vote, and a big part of this one is the incentive plans that will probably raise more shares, and literally the increase of authorized share capital of the company to probably raise more capital and through offerings. So let's move on towards technical analysis quick. From a technical analysis perspective on the 1 month, 1 day, we're able to see that the price point action is a massive green candle that broke the 30 EMA, and the 10 SMA is going to climb above the 30 EMA. Now, what does that mean? It means it's currently in a bearish move, or currently in a bearish state, but it's in a bullish move. Basically, the 50 SMA needs to be below the price point and the 200 SMA as well. So indicative towards the historical price actions, this is still a part of a bearish stance, but it's currently attempting to break into a bullish move. This is seen as momentum is climbing above zero at 0.34, and the MACD shows a bullish move. Similarly, the 80X is starting to stabilize and gain back some traction towards 1914. Above 20, you start expecting some trend to start forming up. Around 25, it would probably gain traction all the way to 45. 1% R shows it's highly overbought, meaning that there are more buyers today than sellers. In terms of stochastic fast and stochastic slow, both are pinpointing upwards, suggesting there might be another leg up for this one. And on the Bollinger Bands, which are basically momentum volume bands, this one is expected to trade around $3 at the top and $2.32 in the bottom. Similarly, the moving averages expects this one to trade around $2.92 in the top, around $2.66 in the middle, and around $2.39 in the bottom. In terms of the Fibonacci retracements, expect a resistance of around 467, above there 681, 853, 1026, 1272, and 1586. The current support on the Fibonacci retracements is 121. Again, we're using this one, Fibonacci retracements, because high frequency traders use it. The current support on a price line action though is 291. That's a very critical one. Below there, 254. Below there, 222. 194, and then below there you're driving down to 158 and then 121. The current resistance that this one seems to have a problem breaking is around the 318. If it does break it, the next one you need to worry about is 385, following by 435, following by closer towards 474, and then upwards to around 520, and then upwards to around 602, going upwards to closer to 710, and then up to around 804, going to 889, up to 978, 1063, 1249, and thereof above. Comes to the question to Ed, what do you think about this one? Relating towards SOS Cloud or SOS Limited, I have covered this one multiple times before. And my biggest issue with SOS in general is that their base locations generally, or the majority of them, is based in China. And as you get to see by Beijing's and other provinces as well in China, cracking down at different various levels relating towards Bitcoin mining, it does seem that Bitcoin mining might be in danger in China overall, specifically as well as SOS Limited operations are there. So that's something to think about. You might need to diversify quick towards the US or Canada. And I'm not sure about the regulations relating towards foreign Bitcoin mining on US soils, for instance. And in terms of that, there must be some kind of regulations probably happening on around the world relating on a political level on Bitcoin mining. Also, specifically towards hash rates and how they divide every now and then. I did cover that way ago, relating towards hash rates and how they divide every X amount of years. So every around 2 to 3 or 4 years, specifically depending on how much volume there has been. And in terms of all in all, I think Bitcoin is jumping just a little, but this one, 1588, I do think it was a bit overrated because the price over sales value, but the price over book on the fundamentals are okay. So I do think there will be continuing volatility. That extreme line around the 314 or 309, if it does break it, it has changed to reach the $4 and around perhaps maybe the $5, and it's all about volatility and momentum for this one. I don't recommend holding it for a long-term investment because there is a lot of uncertainties and they've been a bit more quiet relating towards news lately. What do you think about the sticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like, and have a wonderful day. Now, if you're still here on this video, make sure to drop down below and join our Discord. We have a lot of different things going on, including, for instance, members that gives picks for free. It's not pump and dumps, we just things we think about, swings, etc. We also have really exciting bots. You can actually use those ones. For instance, we're just testing out this bot, for instance, that gives you Fibonacci resistance points, activities, etc. And we have a bunch of free things, totally free. We run on tips here, and you can ask me questions, suggest stocks, etc. It's a really nice community that has been growing up very fast at a very good rate, and it's totally free. If you would like to join that one, feel free to do so in the description below, and have a wonderful day.